Why buy a franchise instead of starting your own business? Well, a franchise has certain benefits that can allow you to get your business up and running a lot quicker and hopefully a lot more successfully. A franchise, for one, has a trademark. So you're licensing a trademark to use a brand that's already hopefully known in the marketplace. A McDonald's or Taco Bell brand brings a ton of value. It drives customers to your store. Whereas if you're coming up with your own brand, Doug's Burgers, that doesn't have the same value. It's going to take a lot longer to build up that brand affinity in your area. Another thing is the product or service. When you're buying a franchise, they already have a system built in. You don't have to create it from scratch. So if you're buying a tutoring franchise, they typically have a tutoring curriculum. You don't need to draft one yourself, which may take years. Or let's look at a cookie franchise. If you're buying into a cookie franchise, they've already developed recipes for cookies that consumers like. They've tested them out with consumers have liked them, and they've started to use those same recipes again and again and again. That's versus you going on your own, coming up with your own recipes, which could take a lot of time and effort and may not be your forte if you're not a cookie expert. And so having those products or services already developed and a system already developed is going to save you a lot of time in operating a business. The third thing is learning how to run a business. Typically, a lot of people buying a franchise for the first time have never run a business before, and so it's a crash course in learning how to be a business owner. And having a franchisor there who's there to support you, who's there to provide training and operations manual of how to run the business, that's going to help you learn how to run a business much faster. But not only do you have a franchisor, you've got a community of franchisees. And so when you've got a franchisee in this town, a franchisee in another town, all around you can lean on those franchisees to learn from. You can learn from their trials and tribulations, the things that they've gone through, and they've done the same thing you have in opening the business. And so you've got a whole mentorship community that's there to support you between the franchisees and the franchisor. So those are some of the things to think about when deciding to buy a franchise versus starting your own independent business.